Hi Matthew, really good session. Yes, it's great to see you getting such a good movement now with the body in terms of that backswing as we'll showcase in a second. And I think now once you get that club into a better position, a couple of practice drills and stuff with the two T-pegs we showed either side of the club head, you're going to start getting a much more kind of consistent ball flight, much more speed throughout the golf swing with the club, and that ball's going to be going for. And as I said, we're going to be aiming now roughly, put a time frame on it maybe towards the end of the year now into the summer, somewhere in the region of the sort of 150 mark with your 6-7 iron, whereas at the moment now we're looking at 135 with your 6 iron, so we can increase that by 15-20 yards. Definitely got the speed there. We showed some work there with the alignment stick, how much speed you could generate. And also now if we look at this swing in a second, if we can just create more power going back, there'll be definitely more power as your club comes back to the golf ball, striking the golf ball at impact. So if we look at on the left hand side, this was kind of your backswing of before, a bit more armsy going away, than the sort of more of a tilt with the shoulders, not really turning the body that much. And you can see the left arm now quite low. It's difficult to see on this position because I was obviously not looking sort of straight down the line. You can still see the fact your left arm is kind of low across your shoulders there. Hasn't really gone that high in the back. It's more of a drop with the left shoulder. And I suppose in terms of a number, your shoulders have rotated there. I would say there's probably 90 degrees. So we're kind of on that line. 75 degrees, 80 degrees, maybe less than that ish in terms of power created. So because of this now, you're not creating as much power as you potentially could. So the feeling now as the club goes back, let the left shoulder, this is going to move back, this is going to move back, this will move back together, and you'll start making a turn now with the shoulder. So as you get to about halfway back now, you can see your torso has started to rotate a lot more. And if we get to kind of where your body on the right hand side now is similar to the left hand side, that there is now kind of almost a similar body position with your torso. If we look where you were with the club in that other swing, if we unwind back to here, you can see how much minimal body rotation there's been on this left hand swing in terms of where your shoulders are across here compared to getting around there. Now of course the continuation of your golf swing, that left shoulder keeps going under your chin, and that left arm now can start working a lot higher. And if you just look at that backswing position there, that for me compared to that there is literally chalk and cheese. I mean, on the right hand side now, you could literally snapshot that position there and compare that with any of the guys on tour in terms of how much rotation you've got there. Shoulder turn there, back fully to target, right knee's coming in nicely, hips have turned rotated 45 degrees, hands are nice and high now above your right shoulder. Much better position there, such a more powerful position to create power for the golf ball. The trick is now when we start bringing the arms back down again, a bit further, sorry. The trick is now as you start unwinding down is not to then kind of start trying to twist your body too much. At this position here now, feel the arms working back a little bit more, like you said, a bit wider kind of this way rather than down this way as your body rotates, okay? So if we start twisting and pulling the arm in here, we get into what we call a slightly narrow position here. Left arm sitting now more off the chest than we've had in the past, which is great. Arms now bringing that goal down. Now from this position here, once you get to here, if the arms could work a little bit wider as we discussed, you could get to kind of this sort of hip position here now, and then we could really start letting that club go. Because that left arm gets a bit kind of sucked into the body, this right elbow now gets a little bit stuck, and you're forced, the only way that club to get the golf ball is twist your torso out of the way. So there's no real kind of break. At no point really does your body rotation actually stop. And what I would suggest you do, and I think I may have shown you on a video before, but I'll try and find some clips if I can and send them through to you, how when you watch all these tour players, especially the big hitters, how their body and their lower half actually kind of stops as their arms kind of swish through. If we look sort of through your hitting area here now, there's no real kind of slowing down or stopping of the body, so everything kind of twists through altogether. The arms aren't really sort of releasing and snapping through. In terms of the power created, a much better position. In terms of the strike on the golf ball, a much better strike, and I think that ball went, I think this was the one you did say that was the best you ever hit a 6 iron, and it did go up in the air nicely in a good long way. So a much more powerful swing in its entirety there, through to a nice sort of follow through there on the left hand side. So certainly a lot of positives to take away from that swing. Backswing for me was, well, million times better, much higher in terms of that position there. Now as you go back, you turn your body to target, much more power. This is going to be the main key work from here now, is just getting the arms to be a little bit more sort of separate from the body, not pulling them down so much so into the chest there, and increasing that speed as we come down into the hitting area. So keep working on that backswing. We can sort of keep working on that downswing with the arms coming down. Like I say, when you go on the range, hit some golf balls or out on the golf course, feel free to send through any videos or pictures of your swing. Keep up to date with all things that are going on. And then we can start getting that progress now with the downswing, getting that speed of the club head up and up and up, hitting the ball much further and much straighter. So hope that all makes sense. Any questions, obviously give me a shout, and I'll see you soon.